Hi friends! Today is an exciting day because, well, it's not a typical work day because we're having an all-staff retreat. So everybody that works in undergraduate programs for engineering is having this retreat. We haven't had one before. It could be weird, but I don't know. That's why I'm all like festive. No, I don't know. I just felt like wearing this. Anyway, so that's today at work, and then it's supposed to get over at 2:30 and then we can go home, so that will be good because Mike and Allie are coming tonight. Woohoo! But I actually have to go and be there a bit early because I have to set up the retreat and like get the coffee and whatever and set up the computer and the stuff that I totally hate about my job. But anyway, off I go. Okay, so we're in a different building for the retreat, so I can show you something. This is Dad's hidden cabinet. So he's like booby-trapped it, where you have to open the drawers and pull the knobs at the correct order, and then this opens. And then if you do it, then you're supposed to put your business card in there. So no one asked him to do that. He just decided to booby-trap this thing. But I remember having this at our house, but I don't know how to open it. The students ask me all the time because they found out that my dad was the one who made it, so they try to figure out if I know how to do it. And he won't tell me, so I don't know. It's a mystery for me. I'm home from work, woo! And it's super early, so it is only like 3:30, almost 4 o'clock, so I guess it's not super early, but a little bit early. It's better than nothing, so I'm thankful. And I have some time before Mike and Allie arrive because I guess they got delayed. They had a flat tire on their U-Haul. So, which reminds me of this funny U-Haul story. So when I was moving back from Chicago, Mom and Dad, we rented a U-Haul here because it was cheaper to get a round trip U-Haul, and plus, I mean, we're just going to Chicago and back. And it turned into this like epic disaster and I was working overnights at the hotel here in Champaign, and so I had gotten off work at 7, and then Mom and Dad picked me up like right straight away from there, and we were driving to Chicago, and our U-Haul broke down, and so we had to wait for somebody to come and repair it, and they repaired it, so we were by the side of the road for like hours, and then they came in and repaired it, and we didn't make it like another like 10 or 15 miles up the road, and then it broke down again, so we had to stop for another couple of hours. This time, thankfully, we were able to make it to like a service station, so we did that. And then we were on our way again, so we made it up to Chicago. We had all my stuff in the back of the U-Haul, and we were on our way back home, and Dad had stopped. We'd stopped to get gas, and we had to get diesel, so we had to find like a diesel service station, and we stopped, and we couldn't get the truck started again, and so it was kind of like just stuck there at one of the pumps. And so Dad was like, well, we can't leave it here at this pump, let's just push it up here into the parking spot. And so here's Mom and I like pushing the U-Haul up to like the thing, and he was like, okay, like it's late, we're hungry, let's go get some dinner. So we left our U-Haul there and we went to go and get some dinner, and so we had dinner. We come back, and the lady is like at the gas station is super pissed that we have our U-Haul parked there and that we couldn't get it moved. And so she was like screaming at us, and we're not in like the best of areas, so Dad is like, just stay in the U-Haul, we're not getting out. And the lady was like, you need to move this, you're blocking the cameras, I can't see my pumps, like over your truck, you need to move your car, like if you don't move it, I'm gonna call the cops and they're gonna have you towed. And so Dad rolls down the window, and he was like, great, he's like, we already have a tow truck coming, like if your tow truck can come faster than the one that we've called, awesome, you know. And she's like, you need to move this right now, you don't understand. And Dad was like, no, you don't understand, like no one would love for us to be able to move our U-Haul more than us, like trust me. So Dad's like, all right, well, we gotta try to push the truck again. He's like, we'll push it backward and then forward so it's out of the way. And so we're pushing the truck again, and then at one point, like, I'm exhausted. It had been such a long day. Like, I wasn't moving home due to the greatest of circumstances anyway. I was totally a disaster. And so I'm pushing the truck, and all of a sudden, like, it's rolling backwards, and we're supposed to be pushing it up this tiny little incline so that it could get out of the way. And I'm hysterical. I was like, I can't push the truck anymore. And then this huge man, like, walks over, and he's like, excuse me, ladies. And he just, like, pushes the truck, like, one-handed. He was like, and he pushed it where it needed to go. And so then, like, we waited, and we had to tow our U-Haul. So somehow we needed to tow it to like this big U-Haul repair place in Indiana. And then then finally we just got a hotel room. And then the next morning we moved all the stuff into a different U-Haul. And then we could finally come back home. So a simple move from like Chicago to here, took us 2 days. Like we had to cross into Indiana. And it was really multiple hours by the side of the road. So hopefully Mike and Allie just had a short little delay. They just could get their tire replaced and then be on their way here. So hopefully they didn't have quite the epic tale that I did moving back. But yeah, so they will be here maybe around like 8 o'clock. So like I said, I got done with work a little early. So we had an all staff retreat for all of the staff members in undergraduate programs, and I'm a little bit weary of staff retreats because I feel like they can either become like sessions where we just complain about stuff, or sessions where people will be like, let me tell you how I'm the greatest employee of this unit. So we had a little bit of that, and then, I even asked this question because we were kind of doing a wrap up, and I said, okay, well, what's my takeaway from today? Like, what did we talk about today? And I was asking the dean specifically, I was like, what do you want me to do tomorrow differently? Like, how has whatever we talked about today going to impact what I'm going to do tomorrow? Because I think that a lot of times we have all these retreats, but then if everybody kind of goes back to business as usual the next day, then what's the point? I mean, I guess it's good for like team building and like getting a break and getting to know what my other coworkers that I don't deal with directly one-on-one so much do. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, what are you supposed to do? But anyway, so I did that. Now I'm home. I need to do some laundry, and all that stuff, but I'm excited to see Pookie and Allie. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just waiting to see my dog. So, alrighty, he should be here soon. Well, soon for you guys. Hours for me. The magic of editing. So it's dinner time, and I'm actually going to cook something. So this is one of my favorite summer dinners, when I'm not just eating like fresh vegetables and things. I make myself this salad. So I have some romaine hearts that I'm going to cut up, and then I'll put, for a little bit of crunchiness, I put in, these are pumpkin seeds, which I've been snacking on. They're pretty good. And then I saute up, this is turkey bacon, and then I have some portobello mushrooms, which I will put on top of the romaine. So I actually kind of like having like something kind of warm on top of the salad. And then the really fancy part that makes the salad really yummy and kind of acts as a dressing is I will put just 2 eggs on top of the lettuce and the other stuff, and then the yolk gets all runny and it runs down and makes like kind of like a salad dressing, because I'll squeeze some lemon juice on there. So it's really good. But now watch me try to flip the pan over the eggs here. Let's see my skills. Here we go. We'll see how good this is. And oh, I got one. I broke this one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Close enough. Close enough. And here's my finished salad. Doesn't it look good? Yummy. It's not in a very fancy bowl, but pretty yummy. Like I said, I'm just waiting for Mike and Allie to come. They just texted. They're still about like 3 hours away. So I'm actually gonna go meet them at Mom and Dad's house when they get here a little bit closer. So that should be fun. Do you wanna watch? Should I have a taste of the salad so that you can all see my glorious reaction? Here, I'll give it a taste. So I've mixed it all together. Here's a bite. It's delicious. Let me just itch my ear. That's attractive. So dinner was delicious. Now I'm having some dessert. I'm having a little bit of custard. And I'm watching this kid's face. And I just got a text from that kid. So they are super delayed, or they just don't know what they were talking about when they're like, oh, we'll be there in 2 hours. So now they're actually not gonna get out to Mom's until like after 10 o'clock. So I'm debating, and then they're just gonna stay out there tonight instead of coming here. So I'm not quite sure if I will see them or not. I don't know. But so that's that story. So sorry to disappoint you. There'll be no Besterson on the vlog. But but I don't know what I was gonna say there. Anyway, I'm gonna go and continue on with the laundry because I have a whole bunch of clean laundry. I just need to fold it and put it away. I'm good at like keeping up with my laundry, but I don't ever like actually fold it and put it away. I often just leave it either on the couch or in my second bedroom piled on the bed. So I'm actually going to make an effort to fold all the laundry like a grown-up. But I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, even if you were stuck in a U-Haul all day long. But I will talk to you later.